Of rock stars I know are all probably getting scared and freaking out. I know it's been a lot of intense stuff so far, but don't get afraid. Rewriting in vertex form. Vertex form's right here on our formula chart. Gonna show you real fast. That's what it is. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love how hard Carnegie makes this, because in actuality, I don't think any algebra teacher would want to scare you as much as they're scaring us right here. Now, of course, in college, when you all should be going to college, there's going to be a lot of proofing, so you'll get a better understanding once you're a little bit older. For my rock stars, if you understand the arithmetic, they're subtracting C to get it over here, which we already know how to do. And then we we factor out an A. After we factored out that A, we take our B, we divide it by 2 and square it, which is right here. We add it to both sides because that's what we're supposed to do. After we do that, then we take care of the square root over here. This is a perfect square, which is why it reduces to this little spot. Then we move this part back to where it belongs, which is right here, which is your vertex form. Of course, vertex form in this specific stance, it looks super scary, but the actual vertex form, where we just like to keep it nice and simple, is y equals a x minus h squared plus k. Why are they scaring us? I have no idea, so don't get too scared. Why are we adding this scary piece of mess right here on both sides? Because it's step number 3. Step number 3 is what I was talking about, okay? Step 1 is rearranging. Step 2 is finding your perfect square. Step 3 is adding b divided by 2 squared on both sides, and then solve. Very crazy. Don't worry about number 1. That's all I want to talk about there. Number 2. Using our standard form of quadratic equations, they also give you our axis of symmetry. We can go into a whole bunch of mess in trying to solve it, but of course, like I said, I don't want to scare anybody, so I'm just going to give you as it is. X equals negative b over 2a. X over negative b over 2a is also on your formula chart. Identify the location of the vertex. Let me see what kind of mess is that talking about. And I'm not going to talk about this part, just because you can just touch the vertex on Desmos and it'll pop out. There's probably one question on this on the STAR test for sure. Let me make sure I spelled STAR correct. Oh, State of Texas. State Texas Assessments of Academic Readiness. Yep. Okay. Don't get scared just yet. We're almost done. I swear it. Just one more page. One more page. So, what exactly is this vertex form that they're trying to make us learn? Well, right now you learn to solve for our x-intercepts when they're not perfect numbers. I wish I could erase this. So grab a sheet of paper, because right here we're going to show you the vertex form. Highlight this part because this is the vertex form for sure. Here we go. I'm going to copy down letter A. You'll do letter B on your own. Letter B, I think, it's a little more difficult. Shoots. Do I want you guys to get scared? That's going to be the question. Probably cover both of them then, just in case. Okay. X squared plus 8x minus 9 equals 0. And let's get to work. Step number 1, let's rearrange. Plus 9 on both sides. 0 plus 9 is 9. Gonna bring everything down because step number 2 is grabbing my b and squaring that b. Don't forget we're adding it here and here. Here we go. So we got 8 over 2. We've already done this one before, so I'm going to go kind of fast. 8 divided by 2 is 4 squared. And then if you do it in the calculator, you get 16. Adding 16 to both sides, plus 16 plus 16. Next, we're going to rewrite all this mess. X squared plus 8x plus 16 equals 9 plus 16. Hopefully you can count with your fingers. 25. You don't have 25 fingers. I think we've already done this before, so if you go back to the beginning, perfect square is going to give you x plus 4 squared. Obviously, if you want to do all that wonderful work, you can. Equals 25. And then we would solve, but put a star right here. Solving is different from vertex form. Vertex form, we got to bring back this mess to the other side. Minus 25, minus 25. That's my 0. I can't subtract 25 from all this mess, so I'm just going to write it at the end. So I got x plus 4 squared minus 25. And this is my vertex form. Okay? Very, very scary. How would we write this if it was actually vertex form? Y equals x plus 4 squared minus 25. That's what we're trying to accomplish. This is the arithmetic. Very, very, very delicate. A lot of just being able to solve, being able to manipulate numbers. But this is what Carnegie wants us to learn. Again, don't get scared. Use Desmos. Desmos is your best friend, I swear. Gonna bring it up real quick just so we can show you how user-friendly this is. Let's put in our answer. Y equals parentheses x plus 4 squared it minus 25. There's my graph. Let me zoom out a little bit. There's my graph. Now, if I put in the original question of y equals that, we should get something that's right on top of it. And I know a lot of people are going to say, but sir, it says minus 9 right now. I know. Watch. You're going to see this graph change colors. Check it out. Y equals x squared plus 8x. Minus 9. And as you can see, our same graph changed colors because it's the same exact thing. What the French toast are we doing this for? Just for fun. If you love math, you'll be wanting to manipulate this stuff left and right. Okay? All right. Let's see if we can do the second one real quick. Now, the second was a little different because we do have that 3 as our A value. That's going to kind of mess things up. But that's okay. Let me copy it down. 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0. Here we go. Not a big fan of it. Already looking at it. Do we want to get scared? That's the thing. Do I want to scare us today? Yeah, I'm gonna have to scare us today, ladies and gentlemen. So when we have this A value in front, we have to take it out from everything that we just did. Okay, of course, first let's move our 1 over. So plus 1, that erases 3x squared plus 2x equals 1. I'm not going to divide this just yet, because according to our standard to vertex form, we have to take out this 3. So how do I take out this 3? Divide by 3, divided by 3. That cancels. So I got 3 times x squared. I'm not going to simplify this, but it's just plus 2/3 x equals 1. Like I said, we're about to get scared dramatically. I know we are, just because it's going to be a mess. So, how scared do I want to scare you? Oh well, let's do it. Here we go. Gonna divide our b value by 2 and then square this mess. Let's do it over here to the side. 2/3 divided by 2. We're gonna square it. I'm not gonna go over how to do dividing a fraction by 2. I'm just gonna do it on the calculator so I don't scare us some more, because I know we're already like, oh my god, what's Mr. Ramirez doing? 1/3 squared, and then we got parentheses 1/3 1/9. Adding this to both sides, so we got 3x squared plus 2 over 3x plus 1/9 equals 1 plus 1/9. Fractions, fractions, fractions. Oops, I forgot to zoom in a little bit, sorry. Okay, here we go. Gonna reduce the right side first so I can look a little nicer. Let's do it. 1 plus 1/9. I don't like that. 10/9. I don't like that one bit. 10/9. Okay. It's a -1. Okay, after that, we will graph this. We're gonna cut to the chase, because once we graph this, we'll see that it's x equals 1/3, doing all the beautiful mess. We're gonna get 3 times x plus 1/3 squared. We bring this guy back over here. This is an ugly problem. Glad I am doing this with y'all, because I know everybody would be scared out of their mind. And this should be our answer right there. Now I say should because I'm going to check. Okay. I am not a fan of letter B. Letter A was a lot better, so I would definitely stay on letter A. Okay. Gonna run through the last 2 problems extremely fast because we've already gone over 14 minutes. All I'm gonna do is find the maximum height. I like that problem. I'm gonna just graph it. -16 t squared plus 32 t plus 4. It's not letting me graph it because it has that little symbol. What does it say? Try adding y in front of it. No problemo. I could just put exactly what it's telling me. H of t equals, there it is. What is the maximum height? Boom, they threw that ball up. What's my maximum height? 20. Easy. Jessie is fencing her in a rectangular plot outside of her back door so that she can let her dogs out to play. She has 60 feet of fencing and only needs to place it on 3 sides of the rectangular plot. Excuse me. Because the 4th side is her house. What dimension should Jessie use to plot so that the maximum area is enclosed? What is the maximum area? Draw a diagram to support it. So, rectangle, house. She has 60 feet of fencing. Here we go. How can we make sure this is 60 feet? Very, very interesting. So, the only way we could do that is we don't know what this is or what this is. So, since we know the length of the house, we're going to assume whatever she has, you're going to take away from 60 feet. So I'm going to say, I don't know what this is, and I don't know what this is. Now, why am I writing X on both sides? Because a rectangle has opposite sides that are congruent, that are equal. After that, I can say the length of the house is that 60 feet that we talked about minus these 2 x's. Okay, so whatever these 2 x's are, it's what this is right here, and that's it. Okay, very, very weird problem. I wouldn't worry too much about this because it's a little ahead of the game, but this is a nice intro to just figuring out a word problem. All right, it was a pleasure. Can't wait to do some more videos next week. You'll have a great day.